The NTorq gets bigger, it gets a bigger engine, it enters a bigger segment. But can it make bigger waves in the two-wheeler market? Let's find out.
But before all of this, a small recap on what the NTorq 125 did for TVS and the scooter segment. It revolutionized the 125cc scooter market and went on to become the best-selling scooter too. Now, if you wanted to upgrade from a 125cc scooter to a 150cc plus scooter, you had no choice but to leave the brand. And that's why TVS thought it was important to tap that consumer base and build on the NTorq 125 success. Enough of the history lesson. Let's take a look at how the designs evolved from the 125.
From the front, it looks like TVS took the NTorq 125 and the TVS X and merged them two together to create the 150. That's quite evident from how the whole front end of this scooter looks like. It has these nice winglets that gives it a real purpose, gives it its sporty credentials, and then I really like how these boomerang shaped LED DRLs look. What I'm not too sure about are these headlamps. These are 4 projector headlamps, but there's no covering. So in case it falls, something happens, it's going to be an expensive fix. Now when you come here, you see that the panel on top of the handlebars has now been replaced. Not replaced, it's in fact removed altogether. There's a small cowl in front of the TFT display. This is a 5-inch unit. You also get a split unit on the lower end variant. You get nice switches on the handlebar. And you also get adjustable brake levers on a scooter. Yes, really harps on about his sporty credentials. Now when you see it from the side, you can see it's quite an NTorq apart from the badging. The body panels are not exactly like the 125, but it's an evolution of the 125. Dimension haven't changed, the same wheelbase, the same length, the same width. The height is lower by 44 millimeters. And that's because there is no body panel right here. The seat height has remained unchanged, 770 millimeters, and ergonomics aren't really that bad. I am 5'11", I weigh 90 kgs, and I can easily flat foot right here. There's a lot of amount of space for me to move around and be comfortable. Shorter riders also will not find an issue. Now at the back, it gets a slightly different design treatment for the LED tail lamps. It still has the signature T motif that you used to see on the NTorq 125, but it's a more evolved version, a more sporty version. You see these vents? They were there on the 125 as well, but these are more pronounced and feel sportier than before. The indicators are different, but the biggest difference is right about here. That's the engine. The NTorq 150 feels peppier than the NTorq 125, and that's quite obvious because this is a bigger engine, a 150cc instead of 125cc. This 150cc engine produces 13 brake horsepower and 14.2 Newton meters of torque. Now TVS has also given it the iGo boost assist function that was also seen on the Jupiter recently. So this, with the boost assist, gives it 0.7 Newton meters of torque. That means that 14.2 Newton meters of torque figure includes the iGo boost assist feature. Without that, it makes 13.5 Newton meters of torque. It's peppy, it's lively, it has good performance. You'll feel really happy on your commutes. It can easily do 80-90 kilometers per hour without breaking a sweat. You can actually, in fact, take it for longer journeys rather than the city. You can take it out for touring because it can do decent highway speeds without any issue.
The NTorq 150 makes the same amount of power as the new Aprilia SR 175, but the Hero Zoom 160 and Yamaha Aerox 155 make more. Torque figures on all 4 are around the same 14 Newton meter figure. TVS claims the NTorq 150 can do the 0 to 60 km per hour sprint in 6.3 seconds, which is 2 seconds quicker than the NTorq 125, and you can really feel that when you twist the throttle. TVS didn't migrate to a liquid-cooled engine as the NTorq 125 still gets an air-cooled mill. Despite this, the performance figures are quite impressive. Why does it still have an air-cooled engine? To put it simply, it was to keep costs in check.
The NTorq 125 was always a sporty vehicle, and this one just builds up on those credentials. It's light, it's agile, it's very nimble, and it's going to be very fun.
But since we drove it on TVS's test track in Hosur, we can't really say how the real world performance is like. Can it handle potholes smoothly? Is it zippy around town like how the 125 was? All of that we'll tell you in our road test very soon.
The brakes don't have that immediate bite that you would expect from a sporty scooter, but it's really good. The braking power is really good too. Did TVS need to improve the brake bite? Well, not really, because if they did, it would have toppled up the bike, it would have made it feel unsettled, which right now it's quite pliant. Interestingly, it still gets 12-inch wheels front and back, and everybody thought it's going to get 14-inch wheels. Well, should TVS have given it that? Probably. It would have probably made it handle much better, but this overall package right now is pretty sweet.
The NTorq 125 costs between 88,000 and 1,08,000 rupees, and the 150 is priced between 1,19,000 and 1,29,000 rupees. So as you can see, TVS has got the pricing spot on and it's very competitive. So should you upgrade to the NTorq 150? Oh, definitely. And that's because of the new design, new features and the extra power that you get. This makes the NTorq 150 the most affordable 150cc sporty scooter, with the closest rival being the SR 175. The Aerox remains the most expensive of the lot at 1,51,000 rupees. So if you want a stylish, sporty and relatively affordable 150cc scooter, then the NTorq 150 does make a strong case for itself.
The NTorq 150 was a long overdue upgrade for the NTorq 125, and it comes at a very interesting time. Hero has a Zoom 160, which we are going to ride very soon, and are going to have our reviews up on this channel very soon too. Aprilia has the SR 175 and Yamaha has the Aerox 155. How is it going to fare up with the rivals? That's going to be an interesting thing to see, because the NTorq 125 was not just a good seller for TVS, but was a good seller in the 125cc sporty scooter segment. Can the NTorq 150 replicate that? Only time will tell.